I'm looking forward to retirement, had been looking forward to retirement for a number of years, and so I decided I needed to start getting serious about it. It was a good time to be able to sell the business because the economy is very strong and there's a lot of activity out there, people that are interested in buying a business that was my size, and I was ready to move on. Groundhog Drilling is a specialty contractor in construction. What we do is excavate for drilled shafts, which is the basis for a foundation that's very common. We just drill holes in the ground into which you put reinforcing steel and concrete. It's very difficult for a business owner, especially a small business owner, to be able to sell the business on his own because there's only 24 hours in a day, and you spend most of your waking hours thinking about and working on and keeping your business running profitably and growing. Unless you've been involved in acquisitions and mergers on your own in the past, there's a lot of things that you don't know. I had gone down the road with another M&A firm with the promise of having all sorts of buyers and having ultimately a transaction. And over a period of a couple of years, really nothing happened at all. I think what made me decide to go ahead and give Benchmark a try was the fact that they made me feel confident that something could actually happen. And ultimately it did.
The biggest key component of our relationship was trust. With Tom, he previously tried to go to market in the past and didn't have a whole lot of success. When he engaged Benchmark, it was the start of building that trust and showing our value in our process and in our successes. As soon as he came on board, we had a team member assisting him. Showing the value that we add really helped build that trust, and through that we became a very collaborative team.
Well, once I started the engagement with Benchmark and was introduced to the team members that were going to be handling the sale of my business, I was very impressed. The thing that impressed me was the fact that the people at Benchmark actually worked my account. I was always kept informed about what sort of marketing effort was going on and what kind of interest there was. I think the documentation, the offering memorandum, and teaser material that Benchmark put together, I thought it was very good. Ultimately, it was effective. It got people interested.
So our go-to market strategy with Groundhog Foundation Drilling, we wanted to hit a large market. Since Houston's such a growing city and there's a lot of companies, a lot of people moving there every single day, we wanted to focus on a company or a buyer that was interested in acquiring in that market, whether they be trade, synergistic, or even private investors.
After engaging with Benchmark International, I started seeing a lot of potential buyers. It was very impressive to see qualified buyers being put in front of me in a relatively short period of time after the initial engagement. They were vetted. They were able to do the transaction if there was an interest. So that was one of the things that I particularly appreciated, because in prior experiences with other M&A firms, I had gone to meetings and after about an hour find out that there is no way that this is going to work, and so it was kind of a waste of time. When we got down to the point of actually putting together a deal, we had more than one interested party, and that is an optimal situation when you get to that point. The ultimate decision on who to actually negotiate and work with and finally get to the closing table was a decision that I made. They acted only as an advisor and helped me in the process, but it was totally my decision. The individual that bought my business turned out to be a perfect match to the aspirations that I had. It did provide me the value that I felt I needed to have for the business and that the business represented. He's young, excited, enthusiastic, and I'm sure that he ultimately will grow the company beyond where it is now.
The main thing that I was looking for acquiring a business was more control of my life. I just decided, I think I'm gonna try to go on my own. That's what I did. I understood what the business was very fast, and I really wanted to be involved in something like that. And I also felt very good with Tom. I felt this could work because he gave me a lot of confidence. I trust him. I could tell that he was a straight shooter. I asked some kind of tough questions and he was very honest. The Benchmark team was very professional. They encouraged a lot of communication, open communication all the time. You ask a tough question and you can see they're gonna be open about it. Benchmark International has the most professional information memorandums, that I can say for sure. They are much more detailed than all the rest that I received. Most of the other ones actually only have a small summary of the company. Benchmark provides a background of the company, a background of the seller, the financials, obviously, competitive advantages, future opportunities. There's a lot of information there, and as soon as you get that information memorandum, you have a very good idea of the business. When I was preparing everything that the bank asked, and believe me, it's a lot, that was the base. And I used a lot of information that was there for the business plan that they asked, for cash flow projections, for a lot of things. That was also a good reason why we were successful with it. I'm very excited about the business and running and managing and learning. I will be thankful with Benchmark. I will be thankful for Tom and everybody, because right now I'm doing something that I thought was going to be very difficult. Ultimately, everything worked out. I'm happy with the deal that I got. I thought it was a fair deal. And talking to Tom, I think he's happy with the deal he got. I think he feels the same way. So it's a win-win. I haven't felt this excited about a job or anything in a long time. I cannot be happier, for sure.
Benchmark International will assist a business owner in the sale of his business and help him through the process from the initial development of the offering memorandum and everything that's necessary in order to finally get to a closing table. I would have no hesitation in recommending Benchmark to other business owners, especially business owners that have maybe a different type of business, a difficult type of business.